So I know this isn't one of my typical videos that I usually do for you guys. It's obviously kind of way off the wall from what I'm usually doing with the moto vlogs and or gaming prior to that. But I did want to be able to get some content up for you guys and keep it fresh and interesting. So basically what I ended up doing is Googling ghost towns of Kentucky. And we found one that was about 40 minutes from where we are. So we went out to investigate. The downfall of that was basically there were a lot of houses that people were still living in parts of this ghost town, so it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me that it was an actual ghost town. So I wasn't too gung-ho about just barging into these buildings. I actually ended up driving around kind of basically knocking on doors until I found somebody. They actually knew the owner of the property that owned one of these houses, so we went ahead and drove up the hill, contacted those people, knocked on their door. She very hesitantly gave me permission to go onto the property. I think she was kind of terrified of me, which is understandable, especially with being kind of out in the boonies. I've got a feeling they don't get too many visitors, especially ones that they don't know. So that said, I ended up getting permission from her. She, like I said, she was hesitant. I felt bad, but I didn't know like how to apologize. I was like, if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to let me go into this place. It's not that big a deal. I just wanted to ask before I barged into it because I could see that it was maintained. So obviously somebody owns this property and kind of runs it and is maybe even possibly trying to fix it up. I'm not sure. But I'll give you a little bit of backstory on this place. It's Creelsboro is the name of the town. It's a ghost town in Russell County, obviously in Kentucky in the United States. The historic town was thriving some 16 years before Russell County was even formed, and it was named for Elijah Creel. This person was an early settler and was at one time actually one of the busiest river ports on Cumberland River between Nashville, Tennessee and Burnside, Kentucky. The town hosted a bank, a school, 3 stores, and a building that provided lodging for steamboat passengers. Creelsboro was a major trade center along the Cumberland River in the 19th century, although the actual population was only about 50 people. With the construction of the Wolf Creek Dam, traffic from steamboats and other vessels greatly decreased. Creelsboro's current population primarily are involved in agriculture. Many tourists visit the area, but only to access Cumberland River for trout fishing and other recreational boat activities, stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little segment of us kind of browsing around. If you do, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button because obviously I try to keep my content fresh and change it up here and there. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And until next time, shiny side up.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look at all that broken fucking glass. Oh, I see it now. Look at that old ass looking Tide Box thing.
This floor is sketchy. We're not making it any further than this.
No.
No, this plank is bad. We're gonna fall through there, so we're not making it upstairs. You need to watch your step.
Look at the floor.
It's a very short doorway.
I gotta look that up. See, just stay in a minute, so picture.
A big ass fucking spider.
Oh god.
He's a cocksucker in here making all these webs. There's an old like hairstyling thing.
Trunks.
Yeah, there's old trunks in there and like a hair salon chair thing.
Those trunks are so cool. What's with the floors?
There's more old trunks in here.
They're just old as hell.
Is there somebody out front or a car drive by? I'd really like to get upstairs, but it's fucking sketchy.
That's just not. It's a terrible idea.
Like, most of this feels pretty solid. But right there, not so much.
Please be careful.
Oh god.
No. I fucking felt that.
Like, somebody else has been up here.
Don't.
I just really don't want to fall down into the goddamn basement of this place.
Let's just stay here. It looks horrible up there. Michael, those are fucking giving out.
I can see that, but surely there's some sort. Oh god.
Nope. Okay, we're coming down. We're going back down. Not worth it.
Well, I guess I better do what it says and stay out of this guy's building.